Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. In this week's video we're going to be continuing my Fire Emblem series. Before we get into the art, I just wanted to mention that I'm gonna try to get back on a schedule of getting at least a video out a week, but work has been super hectic with Christmas time coming up, so I've just been extremely busy and that is why there hasn't been a video, but I am trying, so let's get right into it. Okay, so this time around I am drawing Guy from Fire Emblem the Blazing Blade. We meet him in chapter 13. He starts out as an enemy on the side of the mercenaries because he was trying to earn some money. He left Sakura to become the greatest swordsman ever, basically. That's his whole goal, is to become the greatest swordsman in the world. But a few years prior to us meeting him, Matthew had fed him, and so the way that you get him in chapter 13 is by having Matthew speak to him, and he basically is like, hey, you remember that you owe me? Like, and it's a goofy conversation, and they have a lot of great support conversations, but I'm not gonna spoil that in case you've never played and plan to. But basically he joins the group because he owes Matthew, and he's very young. I'm not sure exactly how old he is, but I know he's a teenager. But he's a great swordsman. He's kind of squishy, if you know what I mean. He doesn't have the best HP, but you put the work into him and he dodges like a pro. So, but I'm just using a reference off Pinterest. It's not a real person, but just a drawing of a pose, and then I kind of edit it to my own liking. I actually really like the way this image turned out. I had tried to draw him previously, but I wasn't a huge fan of the way it turned out. I might show you guys anyway, just so that you can see what I was working on before this, but this is the one I end up really liking and sticking with. So I will show you guys a picture real quick of what Guy looks like. So this is Guy, but we're gonna go ahead and switch over to a screen recording that I did around this point. As I'm sure you can tell, I forgot to originally, so that's why we're watching a time lapse, but when I started drawing the clothes, I remembered to start a screen recording, so I'll switch us over to that. Another reason, outside of, being super busy and working a lot, another reason that I haven't gotten a video out is because Chucky recently came to DVD and I'm obsessed. Anyone who knows me knows that Chucky is like my top 3 favorite horror movies, and I love him and he's so fun to play, and I highly recommend if you play DVD and you enjoy Killer to try him. He's also super fun to go against too. For those who don't know, I love horror and my top 3 is Scream, Chucky, and Halloween. You should let me know down in the comments who your favorite killers or your favorite horror movies are. I also wanted to ask, leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you prefer like the screen recordings, or if you prefer the time lapses, or if you'd like to see like me recording the actual iPad rather than the screen, or we could even do traditional art if you want to see that. Just let me know in the comments. Also, do you guys have any interest in seeing my gaming? Because I do have a gaming channel if you're interested in seeing me play games as well. I will warn you, it is a bit more chaotic over there than, just drawing and talking about my art. I am very loud and, well, for lack of better words, I can be obnoxious. But if you're into gaming videos and such, you guys let me know, and I'll put a link to my gaming account if you guys are interested in that. I've been considering streaming lately as well for gaming, but I'm not sure if that's something that I would be very good at. I know some people stream their art, but I also don't really know how I would do that, because like I don't really have much of a fan base yet, obviously, so I don't know if anyone would even join, but I might try it out. I don't know if I do YouTube or Twitch streams. I'm not really a streamer, so I don't know much or what's popular right now or what the best way to do it is, but you guys let me know if you're interested in any of that. Here I'm just using the reference that I showed you earlier that's on the left side of my screen to get his clothes down. Whenever we get to the coloring process, I think I'm just going to let you guys watch it a little bit, listen to the music, because I always think that that's a little nice thing to add into my videos, just a little break from me talking. Here I'm just going to let you guys see a little bit more of the shoes and clothing, and then let y'all see what it looks like with me cleaning it up a bit, getting the sketch out from underneath, and then everything after that is just like more cleanup, so we're gonna skip to the coloring after that. But I also wanted to mention that I've noticed that like Fire Emblem fans aren't really seeing my videos or my channel. I've noticed that people who have no idea what Fire Emblem is or have never played are like the ones that I'm getting, which is fine, and hopefully I give you some interest in this series. But if you guys know any Fire Emblem fans, maybe share it with them, maybe they might enjoy it. But we're gonna get to the coloring process now, so I'm going to go ahead and just let you guys listen to the music and watch that. So right around here, I started to add a gradient map to kind of help the colors blend together a bit better, and then I'm starting my shading process. So for this character, I just decided to do like some simple cell shading, since Fire Emblem can have some pretty basic shading when it comes to the characters in the game, but their drawings, like that one on the left, can be kind of in depth a bit more with the shading, so I kind of went with an in-between. I did just some cell shading in all of the areas that you would expect it to be in. I don't really have anything to say for the process. I picked a purplish color for the shading, and then I set my layer to multiply, clipped it, and then just started adding it anywhere I felt like needed shadow. I think it turned out pretty well. I'm not great with like lighting. I'm not super good at knowing where lighting should be. I'm still trying to learn, but I don't think it turned out too bad for not really having a good grasp on lighting. I'm happy with it. I also added a noise layer so that it would look like it had a bit more texture. I'm pretty sure that I accidentally skipped past the part where I added it. I don't know if it's very noticeable on the screen capture, but I did add one. So you can actually see the noise layer pretty well when I zoom in to do the eyes. I think it's just because it's a screen recording, it's not super noticeable, but when I show you the finished picture at the end, you should be able to tell more. I just used an add layer with a light green color to give his eyes some shine to them, because who wouldn't want shiny eyes? They're so pretty. I I tried to add some little extra dots in there, but it just didn't end up looking right, and so I ended up scrapping that. But I mean, after this, there's not really much more going on. I think I just kind of messed with the color for the background a little bit, so we'll just skip right to the end. So here is Guy in all of his glory. I was thinking about making him a little more detailed, but I thought it turned out really good and I didn't want to overdo it. So here he is. I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode in this series, and if you did, consider liking and sharing and subscribing. Leave a comment down below if you have anything you'd like to say, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!